Alright guys, welcome back to another Cigar Aficionados here. We haven't done a video in a little while, but Kurt is finally joining us on screen for the first time, so you may recognize his voice from a few other reviews we've done in the past coming from off screen. We're going to be doing a review today on the Cohiba Siglo 6 Gran Reserva. So we were extremely lucky to get gifted these. Actually, maybe I'll let Kurt describe how we got hold of these.
Yeah, so we were quite fortunate, as in Rob Ayala from FOH has gifted us these ones, come all the way up from Australia here to Hong Kong, which we were extremely grateful for. It was we'd sent Rob some cigars, and well, I wouldn't have thought they were the value of what these are.
I think we got the better end of the deal by far. So,
yeah.
So thanks, Rob, if you're watching this.
So yeah, what are you smelling?
Yeah, so I think Kurt and I were smelling these earlier, and I was getting just those little. So in the States, you get those little teddy bear kind of little crackers, and you get different flavors like chocolate, honey, and probably get a cinnamon one in there. And to me, like, just off the foot of these, it just tastes exactly like those kind of honey graham cracker. Not getting a whole lot off the wrapper. I don't know if it's because we're outside, but maybe a little bit of
yeah, definitely. I get the same. Nothing on the outside of the wrapper really for me on detection wise from that, but off the foot I'm getting there's a light grassy note there for me, and definitely the graham cracker, that same biscuit there that Nate's describing. In Australia we call them tiny teddies. Definitely have that feel to it.
Yeah. So the wrappers are still great on these.
Sensational.
I think they're pretty much perfectly packed. You know, they're not too tight, not like some of those Monte Cristo 1935s, the Leyendas, and the what's the other one called?
The Dumas.
Dumas, and yeah, those ones tend to be super packed, but it's so hopefully it's just right.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna light it up then and let you guys know what we think. We're at the end of the first third. Well, we're gonna call it the first third, and it's telling us to record. That's what I'm gonna take out of that. So yeah, Kurt, what are you getting out of it?
Well, yeah, I think from the start of it for me, it's it's a very extremely complex cigar, and wow, how do I best describe it? I mean, I've had quite an array of flavors even in that first third, particularly right off the bat. There's certainly a very smooth texture with a creaminess there. There was one flavour that was really sticking out for me though, and it was campfire. I was getting a campfire feeling, and maybe it's back from as a kid and camping up on the Burdekin River there in North Queensland, and the synonymous with sitting around the campfire is a good time and really memorable, and this was drawing upon that for me there with that feel. I had some coca, a dark chocolate notes in there. Wow, there's a lot. I don't actually know how to put my finger exactly on it. I've had a feel of allspice in there at times as well, a little bit of a buttery saltiness. Yeah. What about you, Nate? What do you?
Yeah, so I think like the first couple millimeters was definitely I was getting just straight butter. That kind of anyway, I think you all know what butter tastes like. That little saltiness around the edges. It was really nice, really smooth. Like that kind of fairly quickly turned into kind of almost like a chocolate milk. There's a bit of a maltiness there. After that, and I know this is a lot of things, we're only going into the first there, but like Kurt said, it's a really complex cigar. Really, I mean, really some of those kind of vintage, kind of like hay flavors were coming through. Chocolate milk came back again, and yeah, I mean, it's smooth. It's surprisingly strong, I think, given it's from 2003. So yeah, super good smoke so far. I think, Kurt, you were agreeing with the chocolate milk earlier as well.
Yeah, it was after I just had a bit of it's just after Nate had actually mentioned that it was chocolate milk. And, had a retro hail, and then it's bang, that thought popped into my mind as well with it. Just trying to get my helicopter to land in the background. But yeah, no, I think that with touching back what you're saying there, that it's surprisingly had a little bit of strength there, and that's where I was associating the allspice feel in it there for me. But yeah. Well, we were just actually as well looking at talking about the construction there, and looking at the ash that Nate had, and took a picture of it. It was beautiful, with like pancakes all stacked up on each other, and then Nate went and dropped the plate. I guess at least he didn't drop it on himself. Anyway, well, keep on going and back in on the second.
Yeah, see you guys soon.
Welcome back to the final third. What are you thinking, Nate?
Yeah, so this is going to be the last part of the video. We're debating whether or not we wanted to do a second, third, and we kind of looked at each other and we said, I think we're enjoying this too much to get up and turn the video on. So
yeah, definitely. It's just for me. It's just stayed very, very steady, very constant. It's really delivering. I'm thoroughly enjoying it. Moved on to couple it up a little bit with the Bundaberg Solera rum, which, you know, a bit of a rum pig. So of course for me this is a top-notch drink, going with a outstanding top-notch cigar here. Excellent. This is excellent. I really can't put it into words of thoroughly enjoyable.
yeah. So
Number one cigar for me.
really, it's
Yeah.
your best cigar you've ever had.
Best cigar
Okay,
I've
best
ever
cigar
had.
he's ever had. I don't know if it's the best cigar I've ever had. It's definitely one of the best. Again, I guess when you have a cigar, you know, there's so many different factors that go into it. You know, your state of mind, what you ate, what you're drinking, how you're feeling. So I think one of the other reasons is that we didn't kind of go through the second, third as well is that it wasn't, you know, changing massively. So I mean, we were getting like definite changes in intensity. There was a few spots where it was becoming, you know, a bit more I don't know, for lack of a better word, like gritty, hardy. You know, it still maintained that smoothness. Was getting a lot of that vintage flavor, a lot of kind of like that mature hay, graham cracker. Didn't really, you know, that tiny saltiness, butteriness kind of just around the edges was coming back a little here and there, but not anywhere near for me as much as in the very beginning. I don't know if I would get I wouldn't say I was getting much creaminess out of this, which I guess for whatever reason I was maybe expecting to, but that hasn't detracted anything from the experience. So yeah, I mean, beautiful cigar. I wish I had more of these, but
Yeah, I guess my only quibble would be I did have to do a couple of little touch-ups. It was starting to run away a little bit on one side on me, but I get that pretty well on the majority of cigars I have anyway. But yeah, thank you.
yeah. So thanks, Rob. Really
Yeah.
appreciate this. What would you rate it, Kurt?
I say for me it's 98.
98.
This is a 98. This is, yeah, as you say, I wish I had a whole box of them.
Yeah, I'd probably rate it about the same. So, yeah, guys, thanks for watching. If you get an opportunity to smoke one of these, enjoy. See you next time.
Have a good day.